Hello, Zakaria. I hope you are fine. So, I am recording this lecture for you. Last time we have seen that the various job roles that are there in the field of cybersecurity, and also we have discussed some of the websites about the bug bounty like HackerOne and the bug crowd. Also, we have looked at the programs of the HackerOne. Specifically, we saw that how the TikTok program uh, operates on the HackerOne. So we will start from there again, and today I'm going to show you that how you are required to make a setup on your own local system. So if I click on here TikTok on HackerOne, so we discussed from this point onward that these are the vulnerabilities. These are the name of vulnerabilities. If somebody is interested in the cybersecurity fields, he is more or less related to these names all the times. For example, if I'm a pen tester, I have to find that flaws out for the from the perspective of defenders. They need to remove or remediate the systems from these flaws. If you are at the non-technical role like an auditor, then you need to look at that is the systems have these vulnerabilities or not, and you have to make them the part of the audit report. And same goes for the vulnerability management, that these should not be in the system. So every job role in cybersecurity revolves around these vulnerabilities. Okay, so we are going to see the example of some of them, but before that we need the two things. The first thing is that we need to have environment which is vulnerable to one of these vulnerabilities. Okay, let's say if I open the paint and try to explain to you what I'm talking about. If I click on the paint button, and let's do it like this. Okay, so there will always be an asset, right, that we are interested in. That either it must be a like the protected asset. Nobody should be able to compromise the CIA confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Okay, so this is our information asset right now. Okay, so for the sake of practice, like as we are doing right now, we are learning about it. We want to make it vulnerable. Okay, we want to insert a flaw in it so that the hacker on the other side should be able to get into this system. Like this is our attack system from which we will be testing the asset. Okay, and for the sake of now we consider that this asset is a protected asset. Okay, uh, or not a protected asset actually. So for the sake of now we will consider that we are required to test it. Okay, and there is some flaw inside it. So what is this side? This is our tracker system, and on the other side we can call this system as the victim system or the vulnerable system. Okay, so for every cybersecurity task we need two ends. One is an attacker system, and on the other end which is victim or the vulnerable system. And this green colored is considered that it is some kind of flaw. Okay, so the vulnerabilities could be these things. It could be from anything from here: SQL injection, cross-site scripting, anything. Okay, it could be vulnerable from anything. So, but we need to have an attacker system. So, how can we create an attacker system first? That we will are going to see in a moment. I have the Windows operating system installed on my system. Okay, the first option is that for the penetration testing there are hundreds of softwares that are there in the market. Either I download them, all of them, on my local system in this Windows, and then use them. Okay, then use them against this vulnerable environment and check to see or test it if it is really vulnerable or it is secure. Otherwise, I can install a penetration testing operating system. Okay, and the name of them is Kali. The first one is Kali. This one is, if you download the Kali Linux, it is a penetration testing distribution. You can download it from this website. Okay, and this Kali Linux has all the softwares already installed inside it. Okay, so it is a complete operating system which we call as a penetration testing operating system, and it has various categories because the end target could be like anything. It could be a web application, it could be a network application. We need to test for the password attacks, and there are different types of vulnerabilities. For every vulnerability check, there must be a different kind of softwares that we can look from here. Okay, so that means we need to install this operating system on our computer. But that doesn't mean that we will uninstall the Windows operating system and then install the Kali Linux operating system. So what we can do is we can use a virtualization environment. Okay, in the virtualization environment, your single system, like right now I have a laptop, your single system will be able to run more than one operating system. Okay, so and that is always the preferred way to do the work, because otherwise if you will install on this laptop your host system, the newer operating system, okay, you will have to delete the earlier one. So how we can perform the virtualization? And this concept works for many things, right? It is not only related to the like penetration testing. We You need to know about what the virtualization is. So let me show you an image of it, and then we can download the software for it. So what do you do is, this is, consider this is your laptop, this is a physical hardware. You right now you only have one. You need to install a software named as a hypervisor. Okay, there will be different companies that creates this hypervisor and will have different names for them. For example, VMware is one name and Oracle VirtualBox is another name. So you need to install on your laptop a hypervisor, and hypervisor is capable to divide your physical hardware into more than one, and then you can run more than one of virtual machines on the same physical machine. So here again you have one physical machine, you have Windows operating system installed on it. Then the next thing is you will install a hypervisor will give you facility to deploy more than one operating systems on a single machine. Okay, so for that's why we will download the Oracle VirtualBox, and it is a hypervisor. Let's download it. So you need to click over here, whatever the host operating system you have. Like I have Windows now, so I will click on the Windows. So based on which base operating system you have on your system, you are going to choose that one uh, platform. So if you click on the Windows, you see that it shows me the download button, and now I can download the Kali Linux machine from I can download the Oracle VirtualBox from here. Okay, so I have downloaded the Oracle VirtualBox virtualization environment. So when I clicked on the download button in Kali, I have seen that there are various types of buttons or sections here for the downloading. Okay, this is the same Kali Linux machine. You can install it in multiple things. For example, even you can install it in your mobile. You can install it in a USB, and you just have to plug in the USB. It will boot live from there. Okay, and for right now, as we have downloaded the virtual box, we will download for the virtual box. You click on the virtual machines and then find out the icon of the virtual box. So in the virtual box, you can see the download arrow button. So if I click on this button, okay, then let's click on download with IDM. Click on the start download button, and now this will download the Kali Linux machine on my system. Okay, so once you will have installed the Oracle VirtualBox, let's double click on it. Okay, there is no like difficult setting in installation of VirtualBox. You will double click on it and then install it like this. So the installation of Oracle VirtualBox has been completed. The interface of Oracle VirtualBox is like this. Okay, I had only already some virtual machines present. Okay, so you will see that the virtual machines that you will download now, like we are downloading the Kali Linux, that will also be shown here, but we are going to see that uh, in a moment, the file that we have been downloading. Okay, this is the file that we will see. Okay, so after you have downloaded the Oracle VirtualBox and installed it, the next thing is a requirement of to uncompress it. Here you will be looking at .7z. .7z means that this file that we are downloading is compressed using the 7-zip software. So we will go to the browser, click here 7-zip, and we will download this. So it is compression software. Okay, so we click on the download. It is a free version and mostly recommended for the compression, like the other alternative WinRAR is not good because that is a proprietary. So this is very small file. I have Windows, so I will download it for the Windows. It is 1.5 MB. Click on start download and it will download the 7-zip software on my local system. So you need to open the folder. Okay, double click on it and install this file. So click on install. The file has been installed. Okay, so once this file will be downloaded, we will install this file. We will see how we can do that. Okay, so as of now it is showing me that it will take 14 minutes. So uh, without wasting the time, let me show you that once this file will get installed, uh, how will it look like. Okay, because I have already present the virtual machines over here. So let's say if I run this file Kali Linux, okay, and click on the start button. Now you can see that this hypervisor or virtualization software helped me in the installation of more than one operating system, and I can install any number of virtual machines over here. Okay, so they are virtual, they does not exist on the physical hardware, right? So that's why we call them physical. So once you will have this installed, the password is and the username is same, that is Kali, Kali and Kali. Okay, you need to click on the login button. So I was doing some work over in here, so let me close it first. Okay, so this is the overall interface of the Kali Linux machine. I have my host operating system, which is Windows, and I have my guest operating system, which is Kali Linux. So how the Kali Linux helps us? Kali Linux has all the tools, okay, that are required to perform any kind of penetration testing. Okay, you can see that everything has been pre-installed, and the next thing that one can think of is I will start learning maybe the Virtue software or maybe the SQL map software. Okay, so this software, if you will start learning them one by one, you can be like proficient in the penetration testing. You can either start from the name of software, like I will first learn aircrack, then this fun Wi-Fi cracker, or from the other way around, you can do that from the perspective of the um vulnerability names that we have seen on the HackerOne. Okay, for example, we had seen HackerOne slash TikTok, that what the vulnerabilities are there. Okay, so this is a typical Linux machine. It is not that difficult for the newbies. It is user friendly. Okay, and we have seen that there are various softwares in here that helps us in testing the uh, any vector machine on any information asset. Okay, for right now we started with the paint diagram that we are going to test this victim machine or vulnerable machine. Okay, this is computer, and we need two things: the attacker system and the system to be tested or attacked. Okay, so we have now our attacker system, that is this Kali Linux, with which is fully functional and fully loaded with all the penetration testing tools. On the other hand is a victim or vulnerable system. So the vulnerable system is a requirement to learn the penetration testing. Okay, so now how we are going to see some system which has some issue that we can test. I have right now only two systems. This is Kali Linux, this is my Windows machine. Okay, I can at maximum test my Windows machine that either it is vulnerable or not, or I can using this Kali Linux start testing some websites that are there online, but that is an illegal thing to do without having the explicit permission from the owner of that information asset. So as a pen tester or a student of the pen testing, how can I learn the real things from where I can get the vulnerable environments? Okay, so that I will show you that from where you can get those. Okay, if I close it down, okay, let me see how much. So it is still showing me that it will take 10 minutes. So let's do it like this. So we have seen that we have this side of the thing with us, but we don't have the victim or the vulnerable environments. So for that, there is a great website named as tryhackme.com. So on this website, they takes their subscription charges are $10 a month, and if you subscribe to the Try Hack Me, you will have access to like hundreds of vulnerable machines on the Try Hack Me that you can test using your Kali Linux machine that you have on your system. So if I click on I'm not a robot, and I have to prove that I'm a human again, verify, log. So now let's look at the style of the try hack me, that how it helps us in learning the penetration testing or the cybersecurity in general. It's not only for the pen testing, you can learn from various perspectives using this try hack me. So I will click on the learn button. Okay, so when we start in the cybersecurity field, we don't even know that what. So when we start in the cybersecurity stream, we don't even know that what we don't know. Okay, and what are the prerequisites that we need to know in order to be a pen tester or in order to be in the cybersecurity field. Okay, so we had discussed some of the job roles that were pen testing, security operation center, and the cyber defense. Okay, so these webs, and also we had discussed that there are various type of penetration testing for web. There are different softwares, different strategies. For network penetration testing, there are different strategies and streams. Okay, so what that means is they have created a learning paths. Okay, and the learning path includes all the prerequisites that are required to learn some specific topic. Okay, if you are a complete beginner in this field, you will open this introduction to cybersecurity, click over here, and you will see that there are various labs present over here. Okay, in try hack me, every lab is called as a room. Okay, there are three rooms. So we have discussed these things. What is digital forensic incident response, SOC analyst? Okay, what is ethical hacker? So we have discussed these job roles. So then again, there are what are the offensive security, what is defensive security. So this is general introduction about the cyber security. Then if you are uh, if you are starting in the security but you feel like you don't have the prior knowledge, you listen from somewhere that is a requirement for the pen testing, start with this learning path pre-security. It will train you hands-on that what networking knowledge you need to have, what is the web knowledge and what is the Linux knowledge that you need to learn from here. For example, if I click on this lab, introduction to LAN, and show you that what it is, you will see that how visually appealing their labs are. Okay, there are some labs which are theoretical and there are some labs in which you are meant to use your personal Kali Linux machine. So for example, there are various topologies in which you can connect the computers to share the information. So for example, first one is the ring topology. They are showing you in a ring topology all devices are connected to others to create a full circle. For example, you'll have four computers, then every computer will be connected to the next one, and in this way the whole system works. And these the red things are actually the packets that flows from one system to another. And you click on the next button, and what is the major flaw that you can see in here is that if someone uh, like breaks the cable from a single point, the whole of the network will be choked. Okay, now you can see that if I broke the cable from here, and the entire network has been closed down because it was relying on this single cable. And in the same way, if you go to the bus topology, another topology. Okay, so the purpose is not to tell you teach you the topologies, but to show you that what TryHackMe has to offer to the beginners. Okay, we will discuss if you will like me to show you the basic networking requirement for the cybersecurity. So you need to have the at least you need to know about these uh, I think so five labs, then only we will start from the other thing. Okay, in the same way, if you are interested in the web cybersecurity, you will see from here how the web works. There are four labs associated. In the same way, we have installed the Linux over here. Okay, so you need to know about the Linux a little bit, like what it means to be using Linux. Like if I click on the home button, what are if you click on here, you will see the various directories. What do they mean by that? And you need to at least know like 10 to 15 commands from here. Okay, what are those commands? I can show you all that things to you. Okay, what are the Linux commands that you need to know? And obviously, if you are testing the Windows machine, your target is the Windows machine, you need to know about the various Windows setting that are related to the security, system configuration, UAC, other thing. Okay, if you know about the Windows security setting, only then you will be able to see if some security setting is misconfigured. Okay, so this is the style of the try hack me, that they have the learning path. You enroll yourself in one learning path and move from that point on that point onward. If I open this junior penetration tester, okay, this is actually the first learning path related to the what I say is penetration testing. If you click up over here, you can only I recommend you to learn only this after learning about the cyber security or the pre-security thing. Okay, so here you can see that there are various labs present in here. Okay, and you will only be able to understand these things once you will have the basic learning paths completed. Okay, this is one style. Another style is like you're intermediate in cybersecurity, you know about the things already, but you don't know like some specific software, or you want to know about some specific vulnerability, like how I can like understand that and how that works. So you can go to the modules section. If I want to if I show you here, you can see the software name burp suit is there, and I want to learn about the burp suit only, not the entire concept like web pen testing or the junior pen testing as a whole. So I will click on the burp suit, and you will see that if there are some labs associated with this software burp suit, all of those labs are present here, displayed in here. In the same way, if I say that okay, I am interested in the uh, let's say the exploitation tools, the Metasploit framework, you can click over here and open the Metasploit framework and learn about the labs TryHackMe is offering you related to the Metasploit. So we have seen two things in the TryHackMe. One side is from the learning path, another side is that pick a software and related to that software find out all the labs that are present in here. Okay, and there is another thing, another strategy through which you can learn from here is if you click on the search button, you will see all the labs in all the individual labs present over here. So we have downloaded the Kali Linux, we will install it in a moment. So once you click on the search button, you will see every lab over here, and I want to, for example, learn about the password attacks. So I will write here password, and you see here all the labs that are related to the password attacks are present here. Okay, if I say that okay, I want to learn about the network attacks, so everything related to networking has been popped up over here. So what are the three ways of learning? The first one is to enroll specifically in the learning path of any learning path based on your experience, that you feel that I should be starting from the very basic introduction or the pre-security to learn about the prerequisite, or I am a complete beginner, then they will tell you something about network security and other things like that. Okay, second one was related to module. You have a software, pick up a software from here and learn about all the labs. And the third one was related to the vulnerability. As of hacker one, if I say that I want to learn about the SQL injection, you need to search this SQL injection in here, and you will find every lab that has some SQL injection related thing inside it. SQL injection, right? So everything related to SQL injection will be here. So now we had downloaded the Kali Linux machine in our system. So I will open the folder from here, and you can see that it has been compressed using the 7Z. I will right click over here, show more options, and then click on the 7-zip and extract to the Kali Linux folder. So once it will get extracted, it will give me a VDI file, which is virtual disk image, and I will double click on it and I will have this installed in my system. It is a very quick process. It does not takes any like a big amount of time. So the process of installation of the Kali Linux is way too simple these days. So let it uncompress. It will take 1 minute to uncompress this file. Now we have everything that is required to start uh, doing the labs. The first one is the attack machine is uncompressing, and I had the installed file related to this machine. So I showed you from there that how you need to use the Kali Linux, and on the target end, uh, we have the try hack me. We can use the try hack me machine to learn about a specific software or to learn about a specific vulnerability. Okay, this will get installed to see that how we can connect both of these two things. That using my Kali Linux, how can I test the labs or try hack? Pick one lab and then work on it to learn about how it works. And there is not only the Kali Linux, that is the penetration testing distribution that one can use. Now there are several other competitors, like the Parrot Security has more software than the Kali Linux. And if you want software to penetration on your system, you can download the Black Arc. Black Arc has nearly 3000 tools, software tools present inside it, and you can even touch the Bluetooth devices, everything that you can think of using the Black. Download that one and use that to test any kind of information asset. Okay, it is about to be uncompressed, almost completed, 100% extracted, and let's see what do we have received inside our folder. So once it will get extracted, you will see that it is like this: Kali Linux 2023.1. And from here, now you see the process is too simple. You will have a file with blue colored icon, which is VirtualBox machine definition, and then the file, the big file is this Kali Linux, which is a virtual disk image. Okay, so if I double click on it, before that I double click, you see right now only there are 1 2 3 and 4 machines. But if I double click on this machine, you will see that now I have the fifth machine installed in my system. Okay, so the installation process is very simple. Okay, you don't have to like worry about how I'm going to install it and boot the images. There is nothing like that. You just need to download the Oracle VirtualBox first, then you need to download the 7-zip, and once you have both of things downloaded on your system, then you can use the Kali Linux to then you can use the Kali Linux. Double click on this blue file and it will get popped up in here. So I close my previous Kali Linux image. I will save it like this. So if you click on the save button, it will uh, save the current state of the virtual machine. So I have saved it, and let's open the new one. This is the new one, newer image. Okay, let's click on the start button to see the first look of this Kali Linux, to be sure that it is same like the it is taking a little more time. So let me, instead of saving it, so this is the newer virtual machine 2023.1. Okay, so this is its first interface. So first time it might takes 1 or 2 minutes to load, and once it will get loaded, it will ask for the password, which is the same password like Kali and the Kali. The password is KALI and username is KALI. You need to click on the login button, and you can see that this Kali Linux virtual machine is same as the virtual machine I have shown you. I have shown you before this. All the same applications are there. You did not have to do uh, a very tough process or configuration in order to receive this thing. Okay, so I will ask you to install the Kali Linux, create an account on TryHackMe, and start exploring that also. In our next session, I will show you that how can you use the Kali Linux and connect with the TryHackMe lab, and how can you do the labs by yourself. If you will have any recommendations or you have any questions, that then you can ask me, and I'll help you out if you feel that you're facing the issues in installation or something like that. Okay, so this is all from the today's session. Okay, and see you in the next one. So thank you very much. I hope you have learned about how to start or how to practically get started in the field of cybersecurity. We have set up the labs. We have the set up the victim or vulnerable environment. Now the last step is to connect this both of this. Okay, so you can from your machine can test the vulnerable environment, and then we are going to start one room or lab on TryHackMe, and then using our attacker machine, the Kali Linux, we will test that machine. Okay, so see you in the next lecture. Thank you very much.